I think the best mediators have a combination of attributes. Empathy, the ability to connect with people so that they'll trust you enough to tell you what's important to them. Unbridled optimism, often when all empirical evidence points in the other direction. If you're not optimistic, no one else in the room is going to be.
A mediator has to have a certain personality, has to know how to listen, frankly has to like dealing with people, the ability to analyze legal and business issues.
Know the case, know the law, understand the issues that drive the parties. You have to give them the sense that you're hearing them and give them the confidence that you understand what the nature of their position is, what their concerns are.
I do see people all the time who say, that's it, this is the last offer we can possibly make, and if they don't take that, we're leaving. I decided that my job was to come up with a different idea than the ones the other parties had. There's a saying in mediation, which is, if everybody's unhappy, it's probably a good settlement. I don't believe that, but I can't make everybody happy. Everyone has to go away satisfied. And the only way they go away satisfied and having signed a settlement is if they have been able to work through the whole process.
Mediators have to have the right instincts at the right time to know what tool to use.
And maybe take some risks with ideas that haven't occurred to them before.
I kind of describe my role as moving from feelings to facts. So I start off the day being very much empathetic and listening, and get more and more directive as the day goes by.
When I prepare for a mediation, I read statements, read briefs. I also invite the attorneys to give me a call to let me know what they believe might be the obstacles to our session. And this can often provide me with information that will get us actually hitting the ground running.
I read everything over and over. I like to know as much or more about everything in the case than the participants. I certainly read every submission. I look up the law. I like to know more about what's going on than anybody in the room, if possible.
I take a new case and prepare as though I've never had any background at all. I read the briefs. I read the case law. I understand the business aspects. I research the parties.
I think we try to view mediation as a process as opposed to an event. So everybody feels really good if at the end of a day the case settles. But I think everybody understands that's not always possible.
If you stop when it looks unlikely, or you lose your patience with the stream and the feel of the way things are going, you won't settle that case. If you're willing to wait it out, no matter what it takes, that case will settle sooner or later. It may not even be that day, but it will settle.
If we don't settle a case on a particular day, I want to make sure that the attorneys understand why it didn't settle and that we have a game plan going forward.
It's incumbent upon the mediator, and certainly consistent with my practice, to do follow-up work and have caucuses by telephone, bring the parties back to mediation, monitor what's going on in the litigation, finding the right sweet spot and moment to re-engage. So I stay with a case until it settles.
So I don't give up. And when a case doesn't settle at mediation, I keep in phone contact with the attorneys. I try to give them homework to do. I am persistent.
Persistence, I think, is absolutely key.
I think what is good about the JAMS mediators and arbitrators is there is so much variety, and each is excellent in his or her field. So there is always a buzz of excellence surrounding everything, everybody, every case.
There's an enormous amount of talent to draw upon, And we have annual meetings, we have training sessions, we keep up to date, we share techniques with each other, we collaborate.
We have substantive groups that get together regularly and pose difficult problems to one another, and sometimes bring in clients to talk to us about how we could do our jobs better.
What a lot of people don't see is that the quality of the associates, the staff who work at JAMS, is also extraordinarily high.
I think that JAMS provides a very professional and yet at the same time inviting environment. When people walk into that office on the morning of their mediation, they are frequently very upset. They are sometimes very scared. And I think that the JAMS has done a really good job of creating that environment where they feel much safer.
We keep our case managers completely informed of what has occurred during the mediation, so it's a team approach.